Hi guys, welcome back to Medical Coder Life. As promised, my review of the AAPC website. Okay guys, as you can see, the first page that you go into updates. The whole time you're on the front page, it updates, it sells, it does what a typical website does. Okay? Majority of my questions in reference to this website came in on certification and where do we find out about the CPC or different certification exams. So on this front page, entry page, when you type in www.aapc.com in your address, you come to this opening page. If you will go across the top up here to certifications, oh my goodness, look at all of the certifications that the AAPC offers. CPC, COC, CIC. And someone asked me about a billing certification. Yes, they have a billing certification too, but multiple. But let's talk about the CPC, which was my number one area of questions. Under the CPC exam, if you go down, after you pull up CPC, and it gives you all of your information about your CPC exam, go down to the bottom. It tells you how to prepare for the exam and how to register for the exam right there. And then down here is where most of the questions that you guys ask me or where you can answer them. Right across the top on these little windows here. The first one says CPC exam, approved manuals. This is where you need to go to find out what CPT book, because they have a designated CPT book, I'm going to show you, that they require if you take the AAPC CPC exam. Certification requirements, apprentice status, and test tips. So here under the first one for CPC exam, notice it tells you that it is a 150 multiple choice question. It is proctored test. Just means that they'll have two members of the AAPC who are CPCs that will proctor the exam for you. It is a 5 hour and 40-minute test they allot you to take. 5 hours and 40 minutes to complete. You get one free retake. See, I like that about the AAPC. With the HEMA's exams, you pay that one fee. You fail, you have to pay the whole price again. But at least with this CPC exam and the AAPC exams, you pay the price for the exam. If you fail it, you wait 90 days, but you get one free retake. The test is $380. It's $300 for AAPC students or AAPC members. So again, with the member rate, you do get a discount of $80, but I think it's $299 when I remembered it, but it says $300. It's $380 without your AAPC membership. Guys, membership is what, $90 for students, $160 otherwise, so I don't know if you come out better paying the $380 and sit for the exam and pass it or what, or pay the membership. And then it is an open code book manual, which we all know in order to code, we're going to need to open our code books. And it talks about what the exam covers, and it takes you through all of the series of your CPT book. But let's not go there. You guys know that. There's different sections of your CPT book. Let's go back across the top here for the approved manuals that I mentioned to you. So we're going to click on that approved manuals. And notice right here that CPT book, it has to be the AMA standard or professional edition only. No other publisher is allowed. So let me stress that. Make sure when you purchase your books for the CPC exam that they are requiring the AMA standard or professional edition for the CPT book. You can have your choice of ICD-10-CM and your choice of HCPCS Level 2 code book. But that CPT has to be AMA standard. Okay? Going back up to the top. Certification requirements. And guys, this is another question they asked me. It said here that they recommend having an associate degree. But again, you guys remember CPC does not require college education. So they recommend you have an associate degree, but it is not required. They ask that you pay the examination fee at the time of the application submission, and that you maintain your current membership with the AAPC. But of course, they're going to ask you to do that. Okay? So take the time and go through that. I mentioned to you guys that there is what's called an apprentice status. And what that does is that's just due to the level of expertise that's required of medical coders. The AAPC expects certified coders to be able to perform not only in an exam setting, but also in the real world. And they talk about why they require you to attach that CPCA until you can show proof of your experience. So if you have not worked and you took the test and passed it, then you will carry a CPCA until you can prove proof of it, experience. And with that proof of experience, your employer has to write a letter, guys. You have to show proof of it. And then they also have at the top of your test taking tips is your last tab. And what I always stress to you in all my videos, it's all about the guidelines, the coding guidelines, which are what I cover on my videos. So tips for the CPC, your coding guidelines, get your materials organized, sequencing matters, know how to sequence your codes, which we're going to talk about, parenthetical notes, provide valuable information, and know your modifiers. Okay, guys? But all of that is right here on the AAPC website. And that was the biggest place majority of my questions came in from. And guys, they have right here in the blue, view sample CPC test questions. And they have, I think it's 3 on here that you can answer. Let's see if I can pull that up, if it comes up. And this is exactly how the CPC exam is set up. But let me go down to the bottom and see how they have CPC exam questions. And they have 3 sample questions for you to answer right there. Okay? All right, guys. I promised I would give you an overview of the AAPC website and your number 1 questions. I had multiple about the CPC exam, where to go to apply, how much is the exam, what's required on the exam, what textbooks were required. So hopefully I answered your questions. Again, that's www.aapc. Any other questions, guys, let me know or go to this website at your earliest convenience. American Academy of Professional Coders, aapc.com. Thanks, guys.